Oh, somebody here? Oh, they're live. Okay. Good, good. It worked. All right, all right, all right. Justin Larata, top of the morning to you, although it's probably afternoon where you are. Good to see you, man. Taco Tuesday is underway. And do a little bit of taco tweaking today. Once the hot beverages are ready. All right, all right. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. If you're new to the channel, it's too bad. And if you're returning, long-time loyal viewer, my question for you is why? All right, we're gonna go sit outside in the snow once my coffee is ready. It's almost ready. It's a snowy day here again in central British Columbia. So it kind of puts a damper on my plans to do what I was planning to do. So figure why not just go live and hang out. So that's what you get. We're just hanging out. I'll see who wanders in here. We got some a little bit of music content I can share with you. Musicality. If anybody's into music, I am. I like my music, I like my coffee and my cigarettes. So if any of those topics resonate with you, you're in the right place. Or you could be in the wrong place. I'll let you decide. Daily in the house. Top of the morning to you. Oh wait, you're on the East Coast. Good afternoon. Must be around 2 o'clock there. I got a good stream for you today. No burritos, unfortunately. Or probably fortunately for me. So we're gonna do our review on the burrito experiment there. Had to cut it short. The tweaker burrito experiment had to be discontinued for safety reasons. So. Alright, we're gonna go for a little walk. A very little walk. Get comfy. Alright, so there's one coffee to go. Another coffee to go. Yeah, we're gonna get to that. We'll cover all that. My stomach was the least of my concerns. I'm gonna take a power pack just in case the battery decides to complain in the outdoors. So this, stick this in my pocket without spilling. Should be good there. Okay, hold on. I'm going for a walk. Make sure you're solid in here. All right, we're gonna bring Maxie on. Oh, Pepper all covered in snow. I just missed him. Okay. Max is gonna need a leash. You guys are all wonky. You guys are all wonked out here. Where can I set you? All right. We got this. Still there? Am I still here? Come here. Come on. How about you sit? Go on. Good boy. Okay, all right. We're ready for our march to our final destination here. Am I still here? Am I still here? Still here. All right. All right. Long hike. I wanted to do a live stream from this location. It's another beautiful mild day. It's just, as you might be able to tell, it's snowing again. Not like that crazy snow we had the other day, but it's starting to accumulate already. Take me a minute or two to set up. And Maxie up here. All right, you're good there. Get my coffee over here, my smokes over here. Lift you guys up a bit. There, that's pretty good. Out of breath. Oh, perfect. All right. So we're just outside one of the fine little tiny cabins that are available to stay at the RV resort here. I should have brought an ashtray too. Screw it. Let's flick everything on the picnic table. So the great burrito taste test, yeah, that was a bit of a shit show. Not that it turned all shitty or anything, but I don't know if it was all the processed food in there or what. But, the side effects weren't so hard on my gut. Although it was maybe not the most pleasant day or two. So if you recall, what day is it today? Today is, when did I do that stream? Sunday night? Sunday? I didn't do anything yesterday. The challenge was to eat those breakfast burritos until I either had to call paramedics or get converted to making that my go-to meal. So we quickly decided against that. Because yesterday, I had all kinds of stuff to do, and all I could do was sleep. So I had one of those burritos for dinner on Sunday. You have to go back, check that live stream. That was it wasn't the tastiest thing. So I spiced it up a little bit yesterday. I had one or that was Saturday I did that, wasn't it? Can't even remember. Days all run into each other here. Whatever day it was. Anyways, I think it was the following day, which may have been yesterday. I made another one for breakfast or lunch. And I was feeling groggy from the one previous, like just all lethargic, no energy. And if you recall, the ingredients were a burrito wrap, some Campbell's chili out of a can, some Cheese Whiz, some scrambled eggs, and pork rinds out of a bag. And we smushed it all together. And so the one I made yesterday, I made with real cheddar. And I threw some taco sauce on there just to give it a little bit of flavor. I added a little bit of paprika and more salt. It didn't have near enough salt. And this is Campbell's chili, so it tells you how much I need my salt. You need salt too. Salt or sodium is very important. Same with chloride. Your body needs chloride biochemically and physiologically. So the effect of the burrito I had for lunch yesterday, it just knocked me out. So I was kind of in this coma all yesterday afternoon, just and it was such a nice day. I should have been working on my truck. Today it's all snowy, so I'm not going to work on the truck because I took Max out for a walk earlier. And it was just getting soaked here. So it was a very sloppy, wet day. It's like very mild, just hovering right around freezing. And the snow was heavy and wet. So hence the live stream. But yeah, I figured I better discontinue the burrito experiment because I got stuff to do. And I can't just be napping and sleeping for 16 hours a day. So we'll leave those burritos. I still have a can of the chili, and I still have some burrito wraps. Maybe I'll have to source some better ingredients or something. But that just brought me down, man. I was worried that if I continued, I was worried about other side effects, like I might decide to get a neck tattoo or shave my head or something. So I definitely didn't want to go there. My body is used to healthier food. Actually, not really. I've been eating crap for the last year. Craft dinner out of a box, uh, just potato chips. I still eat the ribeyes and the pork ribs that I've been getting that I got from my hog, and you know I I'm not too conscious or fanatical about my diet at this point, but yeah, that was a bit of an overload. It just something happened to me. It's not like the weekend was especially exhausting or grueling or like I didn't do much. I should have had lots of energy, and normally I sleep like 5 or 6 hours a night. But like Sunday night, I think I slept after What's the Matter You was done his live stream, and like I slept in, and like it was just way more sleep than I normally get. So it told me something was off. So I didn't want to go all the way to having to call paramedics, and I chickened out. So your results may vary. I mean, let me know in the chat if you have taken the Tweak a Burrito challenge and what observations you've made in your own situation. I'm pretty sure I made that as a disclaimer that individual results may vary. But my particular results were short of disastrous. It wasn't catastrophic or anything, but I'll not be tempting fate to think that I'm going to survive on tweaker burritos. That's just a bad policy. So, welcome in, Tag. Welcome in, King Chow Chow. Good to see you both. Glad to have you. Glad to have you. Yeah, Daily. I mean, feel free to try one, but I don't know. I think I'll pass on the Rough family recipes going forward. So we're not going to try the spam with macaroni and cheese. We're not going to try the hot dogs and scrambled eggs with I don't know what else was on there with cheese. It's not worth it. It's not worth the risk. I'm all about risk mitigation and limiting any harm that I have full control over, and really it was kind of a foolish undertaking to begin with. So I really shouldn't have done it. I learned my lesson. So we won't be taking any culinary tips from tweakers living in sheds in Arizona. So. But you do you. If that's what you're into, have at it. La Rata in the house. Let's see, Dad's not here. He probably tried one of those tweaker burritos and he's done. Like, yeah, I would definitely not recommend it for pregnant persons, namely women, or people with heart conditions, or the elderly, underlying health conditions. I wouldn't recommend it for What's the Matter You. Welcome in. He wakes up, he's got a live stream, and now you got to smoke. Tap the screen twice. So here's the thing. You can like or dislike it. It doesn't matter. The YouTube algorithm just looks at engagement. So thumbs up, thumbs down. All the same to me. But yeah, tap something. Do me a favor and tap that, tap it, tap. Give me a tap. Brandon is here. What's the matter? You's here. A good day to you both. So yeah, we just gave a rundown, my review of the burrito experiment. So that one got a thumbs down. So. Hazardous to human health. I don't know if the hominins are more suited to that kind of diet, but I'm gonna pass. No. Let me just go see what's here. It could be one of those nutty dogs. Yeah, I'm just gonna go put Max in the RV. It's that case dog. I'm back. I'm back. So yeah, I've commandeered a log tiny home here. So there's a bunch of these. I think I've shown you this before. These are available to rent. There's a row of 4 of them here. Very nice, very nice. So I don't know whose cabin it is. It belongs to the resort. There's nobody staying here now. These aren't winterized, so they're kind of only available during the season. And they got power, and I think there's a water connection. But they're very cozy looking. This is something I'd build for myself to live in. It just wouldn't take much to winterize one of these little suckers. I mean, it's basically like that little A-frame I was living in. It's a little wider, and it's got the hip roof, or not a hip roof, gambrel roof. So a little more headroom. Missing the badger, trusting all as well. That's all we can do. Send up a prayer for the old baddie that he returns to the internet soon. Yeah, just squatting on the deck. Like they're all locked up. I can't get inside. And yes, good morning to you, reluctant. It's still morning for you? I thought you were on mountain time. So yeah, just squatters' rights here, or tweakers' rights, live streamers' rights. So yeah, just commandeered the deck area here, but it's what is it? Looks like 12 by 16 for square footage, plus a 6 by 12 deck. So it's very cozy. Like you could really. This is Grandpa Lemmy. So welcome in ZZs. Grandpa. Old Grandpa Brent here. Back in my day. You young whippersnappers. So yeah, the burrito thing, that's a big no-go. Going forward, what's really going on here? Well, you already know the answer to that. No Mercy Sheep, welcome in. Everybody must be really bored. There must be absolutely nothing on YouTube. And I would confirm that because I checked before I went live. I think Generally Specific had his 12 viewers or something. But not much going on. But last night we had another jam night, first one of the year, at the resort here, and we had a few musicians show up. Freeman was just live. What's Freeman up to? I think I'm subscribed to him. I haven't been clicking on a lot of Freeman content. The algorithm's not showing it to me lately. I don't get notifications. Knife House, I remember your channel from the 2010s. Well, back in my day, we didn't even have this YouTubers or internets. Fort Waqua. I can't pronounce that. Freeman's getting the militaries. All right, go get him. Go get him, Jimmy. I call him Jimmy. What's this? I see a tweaker's trying to say something. Yeah, I'm getting down to watching Here's the Deal, Disturbing Illusion. You, Yogi, Dogman. Not a lot more on YouTube. Used to roll blunts all the time and tell stories. No, that was somebody else. Don't do the blunts. I might have, who might you be mistaking me for? I wasn't a blunt rolling YouTuber ever. You can ask the rest of the chat if they've ever seen me blunt a roll or roll a blunt. So if you're looking for me to relive my glory days, well, you're thinking of somebody else. So you may be hallucinating. Check your internet connection. Fort Huachuca. Yeah, we're doing cracks here. See, what's the matter? He can vouch for me. No blunts, just cracks. Who's restreaming me? Nobody in the right mind would restream this. Is this official brutal impact? No, not just cracks. We do cracks here, butt cracks. Not the kind of cracks that certain people from Portland that are in the chat do. So. Yeah, I got a rock collection. So where are we? Yeah, we did another jam night. So the idea is we're gonna get some musicians together and some instruments and a song set together and do some performing here at the resort in the summertime. And my travels have taken me to central British Columbia, where I'll be staying for the winter. Yeah, we're coming to a town near you. And the majority of the set seems to be like we're going to be doing a lot of AC/DC covers. So what's the matter? You will be first in line for those tickets. Official is in BC as well. All right, nice. Yeah, it's a gorgeous location. And if you happen to love snow, like this is the place. Like we've been not snowed in, but let's see what you see on that picnic table. That's not including what's melted. That's been the accumulation since Christmas Eve, somewhere around there. Why not near the coast? Because the coast is gay. Snowboarding. Well, you're just a young whippersnapper. I got fragile old bones. I can't be doing snowboarding and crazy stuff like that. Although I can see the ski slopes, well, right behind the maintenance shop here. I can see the ski hill, like right from the resort. You know, like I said earlier in the podcast or Tweekcast, we do our best to mitigate harm to this fragile, frail, decrepit body here. So yeah, I'm not in the market for a street bike or a snowmobile, a sled. Hung up my skis many a year ago. It's my hips and my sacroiliac and my rheumatiz, you know. But yeah, this is a winter paradise if you're into the outdoor sports. I mean, Christmas Eve, I think it was, we got a big dumping of snow, and at the gas station, every pump just had a pickup truck with a sled or two in the back. And so the guys were ready to hit the powder. So the boys out here, they like their sledding. Well, I got other shit to do besides that. Skiing can be fun. But, yeah, I'm just, I don't know, my reflexes are what they used to be. Just sounds like trouble waiting to happen for this old boy. So yesterday I was noodling a little bit on the frets. Hands are getting cold now. I'll have to do a little bit of noodling today yet too. Yeah, keep in shape. I gotta build the strength back in the hands. Like, I got fairly strong hands, but when you're playing an instrument like a guitar, it's a different set of muscles than for picking your nose or picking your ears and stuff like that. So I gotta get my dexterity back in shape. And I got these stubby little fingers. I mean, so I've just been tweaking out over this David Lindley El Rayo X version of Mercury Blues. And man, just getting a deep appreciation for David Lindley. Saw a bunch of his other videos. And he plays a lap steel. So yesterday I tuned my guitar to open E tuning, and was kind of fiddling around and just thinking how I could play slide on my 6-string. Daly's got something that everyone was unbanned. I dropped a comment to confirm that. I put hi guys, but nobody said hi back. And Aaron Queen was in the chat for a brief time, but really D has nothing that I want to watch right now. It's bad. It was bad. So he keeps wanting people to come on panel, and nobody seems to want to talk to him. So it's much more fun just getting under his skin in the chat, but he hates that, right? I'll call you a pussy. So it's funny, but Aaron Queen was trying. Got to give him credit for trying. But I haven't been seeing any of the socks or so yeah, if you want to go have some fun, I think D said he was going to do an afternoon stream today, like 3 or 4 o'clock. I guess that would be Mountain Time. So add 2 hours in the East Coast. It'd be like 2 or 3 o'clock for me. So we'll see. Polish off your socks or go into the sock drawer. You begged me to unsubscribe. Well, you should be. And he was giving out memberships, so maybe you should become a member too. But yeah, typically you give him a bit of a troll comment, and his comeback is, your mama doesn't think so. Or something like that. So I was ready to, well, the other night, I think I told you guys about this. I was trying to get in. I even subscribed for 20 minutes, but I was still blocked. When he had it in subscriber only mode. So I subscribed, waited the 20-minute. I guess there's a waiting period when you're in subscriber mode, and I still couldn't comment. Feel free to use this one if you're ever in his chats. Just chat in. Yeah, my mama wants to meet you. She's never met a man with a vagina before. So. And then see his reactions. But yeah, the message I want to get is I keep asking him to make me a mod. So. But it doesn't take much to get banned there or blocked. So. But yeah, feel free to use that one. But we'll see if his Dark Lordship goes live or not. Again, YouTube. I mean, what would YouTube be without its gatekeepers, right? And it's purchasing viewers and purchasing subs. I mean, that's kind of the way that you play the game, right? So I might have to do that. Start counting out my shekels and ask YouTube to sell me some subs. Eh? Oh. I might sneak into his chat. Ask him how much to shave an eyebrow. Ooh, offer him a bad badger token. See if he'll take you up on that. My mom wants to meet you. She's never met a man with a vajayjay. See, what's the matter? You's got it already. You got any sock accounts you can sneak in there? Just come in through the back door, so to speak. D knows all about that backdoor action. Ask him if he can borrow his phone. Need to make a call. You want to call your mom, introduce him. You got sock accounts for sock accounts. What's the matter? You's been at this game very long. But yeah, like I mean, he knows your thumbnail and your name, so sometimes it's best to do a little covert operation. I might just be more than one person to have never suspected. All right, whatever. You're drooling on your phone again. What's the matter with you? You're hitting the wrong keys. Your screen is all slippery or something. Maybe I'm dad too. Ooh. Maybe. Dad, can you confirm? I hope Dad didn't attempt the burrito challenge. That's all I can say. But yeah, David Lindley, just loving his tone. Like it's just a nice, clean, overdriven tone. And I think you get that just with amplifiers like up the wazoo. Again, Direct D would know that. But just the fun he has on stage with his audience and with if he has a band with him. But that Mercury Blues, I'm thinking that would work great in a live set because there's lots of spaces for other instruments to do their little solos and whatever. So I saw one version live where they had this black guy, and he was on the keys, and he was just wailing, man, just going nuts. It was like he was beating up. Oh, never mind. But it was great, and so I mean, it's verse, chorus, instrumental break, and or verse, chorus, instrumental break, verse, chorus, and so there's lots of room to have fun in a live set where you can get the banjo and the harmonica and the ukulele and in one version I saw the rhythm guitarist had a drumstick and he was beating on a beer keg, helping keep the beat. so, so I was like, yeah, we got beer kegs here. There's a bar and grill here. I'm sure we could borrow a empty beer keg and incorporate that into the rhythm section. But lots of fun, high energy tune, and it got me to thinking too. Something I mentioned on this channel some time back. I think it was a Christmas Eve thing where Hey, Jody, welcome in, welcome in. You're subbed with all your soccer accounts. Well, that's good. That's good. After all, the goal for 2026, we're 2026, is 460 subs. I think we're at 466 right now. We're 456. So we got a ways to go. I figure once I hit that 460, I can kind of coast after that. So we can do it, folks. We can do it. But the idea of these mashups, and I linked you guys to Bill McClintock's mashup channel on YouTube, and he does it through video and audio editing. But for a live performance, like there's so many songs that just blend together, and so I don't know if yeah, 460 subscribers. Yeah, let's do this, man. So I got to thinking, like, you know, well, okay, David Lindley does a Beatles cover of Twist and Shout, and it's really a very almost calypso reggae swing to it. And, you know, Twist and Shout is one of those crowd favorites. Everybody knows how to sing it. It's a dancey, boppy kind of tune. Welcome in 75%. You like my porch? It's a squatter's porch. It's a tweaker's porch. And so my thought was you can start off with the Twist and Shout with a different groove. What's the matter you whining about now? Coming to my lives, you probably picked up 20 new subs because you do it the right way. All right, whatever. If you say so. I did see one come over, but I'm sure if he's watching this, he probably unsubbed already. You could transition from Twist and Shout straight into AC/DC's Let There Be Rock. And I know What's the Matter You is going nuts right now. He's like, yeah, do it. I love AC/DC. Welcome in, Mr. Osgood. Good to see you. Mitch is here. No. What is this? Oh, that's not Mitch. Amish Gerbil audits. All right. Okay. So we got a Mitch spook. All right. But it's like some of these chord progressions, they just naturally flow. So in Twist and Shout, you know, the key change and the rhythm is pretty much you just transition from Twist and Shout straight into Let There Be Rock. You just hit the overdrive on your guitar and away you go. And just pick up the drum beat. And so just for entertainment purposes, for a live show, like, can you guys think of some good mashups? I'd love to hear. No, we're good for gerbils here. Thank you very much, sir. But thanks for coming in. Anybody else? Amish Gerbil Audits is generously offering up some. Are they spare gerbils, or you're liquidating? My question is why would you have so many gerbils? Max might like a gerbil to play with. You probably wouldn't do well with the cat around, though. Pepper might have something to say about that. And so I was thinking of a few songs that would flow together nicely for a live set because like we were in this jam yesterday, and we're still just getting used to each other playing and accompanying. I need so much practice. I'm so out of practice. So I was just strumming chords on my electric, just kind of tuning my ear into to follow, what songs we were playing. And so what was it? We were playing some Janis Joplin thing. What's a uh, oh yeah, Bobby McGee song, right? Uh, Well, quartz or knit. You can say that again. And so I was just quietly strumming. I had the overdrive off. I just had this little practice amp with me, but I had my distortion pedal. And so we played a few verses. People were singing, and then kind of unexpectedly, I hit the pedal, and then and everybody just kind of jumped. And it's sort of it's that kind of effect. It's like people aren't expecting that, and that's what grabs them during a live performance. Like holy shit, it's like that came out of nowhere, and so it got a reaction. And as an entertainer, if you're in show business, it's like you're looking for the reaction, the crowd to get stirred up by what's going on the stage. So that's what I say. Going from twist and shout to sing songy to da-da-da-da-da-da, just rock them out of their pants, right? So if there's any musicians out there, think of some some crowd favorites that you could transition into like some death metal or something. What I was thinking too, like just to give you some more examples, I was thinking the Ramones Blitzkrieg Bop, where you kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, and you know the intro. Hey, ho, let's go. Hey, ho. But then before you get to the verse, what song did I want to transition that to? Ramones to uh shit. Should have written these down. Um, Dang, it's like one of these super popular songs that everybody knows. I'm tweaking. Uh, the one I do remember is going from Crazy Train. Play the intro from Crazy Train. You Rake My Eye. Well, of course, that's a traditional one. Everybody knows. I'll have to teach that one to the group next week. I could probably practice that one in a week. As we'll be meeting, I guess, next Monday. Uh, so you go from Crazy Train to Elvis Suspicious Lives. So you do the dun 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 dun, and then you do the guitar intro with the little bit, and then just before the verse would start, you could transition into caught in the trap. Yep. So just make it fun, where you get the crowd's attention. What was the one I wanted to do with the Ramones? There was another one I was thinking of. So I'd like to hear your suggestions. Yeah, if there's some mashups. Yes, Jesus is in the house. Who's that? L. Eli Graves. Thumbs up, buddy. Bendy Ho. All right, Bendy Ho. I'd reconsider, but you're entitled to worship whatever you want. I'm just trying to think of some of the song ideas I had, and it's kind of like easy songs to learn, and songs that everybody knows. So it's like not some obscure songs that nobody's ever heard of, but songs you hear on the radio. And it's like, oh, not this song again. But then you throw that hook in there, that twist, and you yank people away from where they thought it was going in a completely different direction. And it's like you could do like the chord progression of Crazy Train with the high distortion with Suspicious Life, and throw the solo in there right in the middle. Like it just flows. So it's like you want one song to flow into another, and so I'm just noodling around with the idea of these mashups, how you can make some high value entertainment for people coming up for a free concert, free performance. I mean, there's no way we could, in good conscience, charge people to listen to us. But I like that twist and shout with some heavy metal. What other one was I thinking of? I mean, and so it unlocks a whole new expression of creativity that you could do with cover songs. What else have yeah, but I've really been rocking out to the Elvis and the Beatles. The one I recommended the other day, it wasn't a Bill McClintock, but it was Elvis Presley singing "Whole Lot of Rosie," again by what's the matter you's favorite, AC/DC. And so rather than just recreate some of those, is come up with your own little mashups that are suitable for a live audience on stage performance. So easy songs, easy lyrics to sing along to. Fun for all ages, right? Fun for tweakers of all ages. Well, that's what I wanted to throw out there. That's what's been kind of going through my mind, is the creative ideas of how to merge songs together in a way that people would respond to, people would appreciate that extra little twist of creativity that you could throw in there. There's some grumbling off in the distance. Donovan, Mellow Yellow. Well, what would we merge that with? Like you'd need a song to contrast. So you'd start off with Mellow Yellow, and then barf all over it, like What's the Matter You is right now. Mellow Yellow and what? Thunderstruck or what? Just this is what I've been thinking about. So. Now, I have no idea if I'm even going to have time to practice all these songs. Yes, Hearts and Minds. It's got to be songs people know, right? Kiss Friday, JJ Cale Friday. I don't know those songs either. Right. Yeah, there's some Kiss tunes that, something that's riff driven, eh? Like, and the thing I appreciated about Kiss was the guitar work because Ace Frehley had a knack for coming up with singable riffs and singable guitar solos. And if you don't believe me, go look up some of the old classic lineup of Kiss. Big Bottoms. Again, that's a little like we understand that, but I don't know if Spinal Tap, if people would know that. It might get a laugh, right? Oh, Dad is in the house. Okay, so he's out of his. Hopefully, you're not just coming out of a burrito coma. There was a stern warning to avoid the tweaker burrito challenge earlier in the Tweekstream here. I should have brought gloves. Put my hands in my pocket. Oh wait, the cigarette burns my mustache off. So, Dad, what the challenge is, we're coming up with mashup songs that we could play to a live audience, and my suggestion so far was like merging Twist and Shout with what do they have? AC/DC, Let There Be Rock, because it's basically the same chord progressions and they just flow. Thriller. Just trying to think of Mellow Yellow. Can merge with a Michael Jackson tune, Beat It or something. The other one I proposed was Crazy Train, merging into Elvis's Suspicious Lives. I think that's the title of it too. Daft Punk, yeah. Maybe. Like to give an idea of the kinds of songs we were playing last night is like Bryan Adams' Summer of '69, House of the Rising Sun, like some of these old songs that I don't even like, but whatever, I'll play them. But everybody knows it, like what I mentioned, Janis Joplin. So like if you take Bobby McGee and then send it off in a different direction, we'll go with Bobby McGee. that's a little more on the heavy side. Something with Van Halen or something. I don't know. But yeah, keep throwing some suggestions. I've been on a weird '60s music kick. Been listening to the Turtles. All right then. So that is a weird '60s music kick. So I mean, here's a challenge: like to have songs from different genres that everybody kind of universally knows. 9 Inch Nails. Well, my challenge to you, what's a Matau, would be to get on your Grok or your Chat GPT or whatever AI generator and mash up a 9 Inch Nails tune with There's maybe some Fleetwood Mac or something. Oh, wife's in the hospital. Sorry to hear that. Doors and Henry Mancini. Yeah. Oh, Doors would be good. Like there's some Queen. Yeah, yeah. Hope your wife's doing better soon for whatever it is she's dealing with. Yeah, like We Will Rock You, and then just start overlaying different lyrics or different. Well, that one's got a pretty steady rhythm. We Are the Champions could be mixed in with something. I was listening to some Dope Shoe by Marilyn Manson. That's, yeah, I'm gonna play Nine Inch Nails and Fleetwood Mac. I'm not much of a Fleetwood Mac fan myself. But yeah, a lot of those proggy bands like Yes and Genesis, like sorry, Mike number one, but we're not gonna go there. The Flaming Lips. I don't know if I've ever heard anything with Flaming Lips. I'm not familiar. That one, too young for that. When were the Flaming Lips popular? Yeah, we're not gonna do anything funky like Kraftwerk, all this electronica stuff. Yeah, I would love to do more Yes, but there's not. Like I say, Yes has its audience, and as great as some albums can be, Clutch, Spacegrass. See, just trying to think of the audience that would come here too, like families with kids. And so there'll be a lot of country music fans, so could maybe merge some Garth Brooks or Johnny Cash with some metal. I don't know. I gotta go take a leak. You guys be all right for a second while I make room for this guy? Give me a second. Okay, now I remember. Anybody still here? You guys didn't slip anything in my coffee, did you? now I remember Ramones, Blitzkrieg Bop. Where you start off just the hey ho, let's go, and then just as the audience thinks you're ready to launch into the verse, you transition it to John Denver's "Take Me Home, Country Road." Like it would just seamlessly slide right in there, and then you could bring the later on in the song, and just bring these different voices and motifs and themes, and just play around with them. So, welcome in, Mike. Good to see you. Lady Sky, new to the chat room. All right, well, everybody give Lady Sky the noob treatment. You know what to do. We got a noob in the chat. I'll wait till you're done. Yeah, Mike is back in the new year, back with a new attitude. Did you catch the Andy Edwards channel takedown of Roger Waters? Anybody? From Nashville. There we go. And so what we're doing here is, for those just stumbling in, we're trying to come up with songs for a live performance. We had a jam night here at the resort last night. Had a few musicians around. We were playing around, just getting used to playing together. Oh, you saw my comment? Nice. Strawberry Fields. That one has kind of a weird time signature. Like we're looking for clappy sing-along songs, and so the idea is to do these mashups where you could blend a song. And the examples I've given so far are, say, taking "Twist and Shout" by the Beatles, which I've been enjoying David Lindley's cover off the El Rayo X album. It's like Frank Zappa. We nobody knows Frank Zappa. It's like we can't do a Frank. I don't think our musicians would do that. You Are Too Easy. I had to temper my feeling, and we're of course referring to Ronnie Banger, the latest character on the Andy Edwards show. So, Brummy Dave, I enjoy Brummy Dave, but the Ronnie Banger, Edward Banger, Ronnie Ed Banger. I think that's going to be a brief stint. So. I thought it was Sammy Hagar when I thought, what the heck? I thought this was an Andy Edwards video, and why am I looking at Sammy Hagar? But I offered Twist and Shout transition to AC/DC Let There Be Rock, because they just kind of flow. You get that part, da, 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 and it goes in the same key, same chords, basically. Nobody was sticking up for Roger. Yeah. Roger can say whatever the hell he wants. He doesn't care. I don't know why you try to take down Roger Waters. Just leave him be. He's a grouchy old guy. He doesn't care. We'd like to incorporate some Pink Floyd, absolutely, into our song set. The other example I gave was doing the intro to Crazy Train. Down up, down up, down up, down up. and then a little bit of guitar noodling, and then transition that into Elvis, Suspicious Lives, because they just kind of flow seamlessly over it. And the idea was taking the audience in a direction and then just yanking them in the opposite direction, like a slingshot. Like they're going this way, and then boom, before you know it, they're flying in a completely unexpected direction. And so we're looking at song suggestions, but the idea has got to be like songs everybody knows, songs everybody knows the lyrics to, get your foot tapping. And yeah, I was struggling to remember the Ramones intro to Blitzkrieg Bop. Even if people aren't familiar with the Ramones, they've heard "Hey, ho, let's go," and like it kind of is a high energy thing, and then you transition straight into John Denver's "Take Me Home, Country Road," and then you could reintroduce some of the riffs later on in the song because they fit. You know, it's the same chords, or not necessarily the same chords, but the same rhythm, and you can throw some highly distorted guitar back in there, interspersed with kind of this gentle lyrical sing along, take me home, country road. So just to have a lot of fun. Intro to Bill Nye. Diva. Mr. Osgood's coming up with the most obscure. Heard Andy. I've heard Andy rant about Roger Waters being a twat quite a bit on his channel. When I twist one up, I shout about the creamy yellow center. Yeah. Would the guys mind doing that line? Well, there's a couple of us that like we're trying to put together a set, and we got time because the plan is to rehearse through the springtime and do like a concert for people that are staying at the RV because this place gets packed out. Like there's a hundred yeah, I like Frank Zappa. There's like 100 spots to either tent or bring your RV, and then there's 20 units, like apartment style units, and then these tweak shacks here, tweaker shacks. So this place is just crawling with people, and so we want to do like a free concert. And there's other venues in town that do jam nights and whatnot, but a lot of them are closed for the season. So it's kind of the off season here right now. The place is still open. The restaurant is open. The cafe is open. Tiny Tim, you know, I don't. People would know that song, but is it a sing along? I don't know. That's doing the falsetto. So we're just throwing ideas together. So me and this other musician, we're just in the initial stages of putting songs together, and what could be a prospective list. That Summer of '69, which we were playing last night. I just, again, super simple songs that everybody knows the words to, but then I was trying to think of what could go with Summer of '69. Probably something by AC/DC. Maybe Rock and Roll All Night by Kiss. Summer of '69 all night. And party every day. The birds turn. So yeah, like there's unfortunately like a lot of prog bands like Mike Number One would be a little too obscure, but stuff like, oh, like who? So I'm trying to lean towards some country acts maybe. Just trying to think like some old Johnny Cash tunes that everybody knows. Like Orange Blossom Special. That's kind of a that's a little bit complicated. And songs that are easy to play, easy to sing along to. Hank Williams, and some Patsy Cline, and so the idea I was getting for all this goes back to some of these mashups. I recommended Marty Robbins. Uh, Actually, ABBA would be a good one. That's not country, but ABBA. You know, bring some disco in, some real funky stuff. Maybe Bee Gees. But yeah, Hank Williams. Like, there's no limit, and so it's more than just doing cover tunes. It's like I said, just taking people in a direction and then just pulling them back the other way. It's like, no, we're not going there. We're going where we want to go. So it's going to take a little bit of talent, a little bit of doing, and a lot of rehearsal to get kind of a seamless flow to an act like that. But I think it's doable. I think it's doable. If we can pick like simple enough songs, you know, I don't know if we have anybody that's, yeah, Credence would be good for that. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, so there's certain songs like you've just heard on the radio ad nauseum. Uh, Maybe some Guns N' Roses with something. So we're just in the process of throwing ideas around. I wanted to offer up to you guys if you think of any ideas in the coming days, just leave comments, and I can sift through, see what, or I could pan through it like gold, looking for the gold. Joey Scarborough, like Mr. Hoskin, I don't know any of these artists you're talking about. Marty Robbins, yeah, my parents used to listen to Marty Robbins. I can't really imagine what songs I remember of his. Some Maybe some Garth Brooks or something. I'm not a country music fan. I like some of the classic country, you know, from the 50s, 60s, 70s era. Uh, Charlie Daniels Band, maybe. I hear a train a coming, coming down the track. Folsom Prison. Folsom Prison Blues. And then we could, and then beyond that, you could even switch up the lyrics, right? CDB is over your head. Yeah. What's CDB? I don't even know what that is. Oh, Charlie Daniels Band. Yeah, I mean those fantastic musicians. If you ever see any live performance of Charlie Daniels Band, amazing, just amazing. Very impressed by some of those live performances, which you can find on this very platform on YouTube. So I would suggest you and ditch this stream and go check out some Charlie Daniels. Miles Davis. Sean McLaughlin. Instrumental medleys like Andy would do after you get him. Yeah, well, if he keeps running down Roger Waters, I mean, uh, and the Roger Waters uproar is that he was talking shit on the internet about Ozzy Osbourne, and it's like, let him. Who cares? he, he's not interested in Ozzy. I see what was missing from the Andy Edwards, uh, and a lot of I didn't hear the question. Like, who brought up Ozzy? Did Roger bring up Ozzy, or did the interviewer ask him about Ozzy? Like Roger's like, I don't care about Ozzy. He's a weirdo. He does weird things. Like I said, why would I care about Ozzy? And it's like, I totally agree with Roger. It's like, I spend no time thinking about Ozzy. Why are you asking me this question? I don't care. He died. Meatloaf, yeah. He's dyeing his hair blue these days. That might just be his lighting. I mean, or he might be. I mean, a lot of these interviews are remote by video, so he might be in his crypt somewhere, and the lighting might be a little wonky. So, I mean, it can't be any worse than DirectD's lighting in his place. It's Tweet Shack. Winger. I just saw Winger. How the band Winger, and it was Kip Winger was the leader of that outfit, and how Winger, they basically were destroyed by Beavis and Butthead. Twisted Sister, yeah, there you go. Yeah, they got some goofy tunes that would do well. We're not gonna take it. I want to rock. And pretty easy, like not too technically difficult. So, but yeah, just saw a video this morning how Winger basically was no more because Stewie or Stewart, their neighbor, there was a loser on the Beavis and Butthead show back in the 90s. He always wore this Winger t-shirt, and they always gave him a hard time, so people associated Winger with being a loser. so the band Winger, they basically had their career as a band, Winger. They basically couldn't go anywhere because of the bad association with Beavis and Butthead. So I thought that was hilarious. And interestingly enough, like bands had back in the day, like MTV, which was carrying the Beavis and Butthead show, they said to Mike Judge, well, why don't you just have Beavis and Butthead yeah, Joan Jett, that's a good one. Alice, yeah, maybe School's Out or something. No More Mr. Nice Guy. It's me, No More Mr. Nice Guy. Came here looking for a nice guy. Next time you see me, I might have a neck tattoo. Any publicity is good publicity. Def Leppard, Queen, yeah. But MTV said to Mike Judge, we've got all these videos, and you need content for your shitty ass little cartoon here. Why don't you have Beavis and Butthead just watch videos? And so if Beavis and Butthead gave it a thumbs up, or rock on, headbanging, then Rob Zombie. Back then, I think the band's name was called White Zombie. And when Beavis and Butthead were watching it on their cartoon TV screen, it became a head thrashing, head banging event for the two of them. And that really launched Rob Zombie's career or his popularity. And so bands were begging MTV to get on the Beavis and Butthead show, even if they got a bad response by the cartoon losers there. Loverboy, Heart, Rat, Billy Squirrel. Stones, Get Off My Cloud to I'm Leaving. Get Off My Cloud to Joan Jett to Leaving on a Jet Plane. Yeah, just these transitions. That's a good one. Nobody knows Billy Squire except you and me. So yeah, it's a matter of kind of coming up with, our combined known musical catalogs and finding songs that fit together. The Outfield, Josie, to Nine Inch. Again, nobody listens to Nine Inch Nails. What's the matter? Except you. Like literally. Sticks, yeah. Yep. So anyway, Nugent. I wish I could get a hold of Stranglehold, but I've been learning Snakeskin Cowboy, just the riffs kind of, and just trying to think of how Snakeskin Cowboys could transition, because I like that riff. Like it starts off all dark, and then it repeats through that in the intro, and then it's in B minor, I believe, and then it springs into this bright sounding riff. Copyright for it's just a great catchy riff, So people might not know Snakeskin Cowboys, but I like it. I'm learning that song. So. That's just for my own pleasure. Blue Oyster Cult. I Live on Earth. Steve Miller Band has some potential, yeah. So Foghat, yeah, that I don't know if that's. Like some of these great bands, you don't have a lot of radio play, right? Highway Song, Blackfoot. I was thinking doing some Leonard Skinner, Sweet Home Alabama, or Freebird without the solo. I mean, that solo. Zeppelin, they're kind of difficult too. Like just because of Robert Plant's vocals, like you'd need a really gifted vocalist to sing any of Led Zeppelin songs, let alone the guitar parts. That's the trouble with covering Zeppelin. It's like not everybody has a voice like Robert Plant. Peter, Paul, and Mary, Foghat the band, Dylan. Yeah, it's like just some of these bands that have been around forever. Even Neil Young. I don't want to play Neil Young. Hendrix would be a little difficult. Deep Purple has some some good riff driven. Smoke on the Water, Highway Star. There's some good ones, yeah. No one has a voice like Robert Plant. Not even Robert Plant has a voice like Robert Plant. Um, Easy Stream with Jen is in the chat. Looks like a new noob as well. Welcome, welcome. Derek and the Dominoes. Yeah, so as you're throwing out all these names, kind of processing. It's like, what song from these artists would fit with another song from a different artist from a completely different genre? So like punk, maybe Blondie. You know, Sex Pistols, The Clash. Like Prince would be a little difficult to do. There's not so many sing-along songs, but just kind of these traditional ones that yeah, the Clash, they've got like Anarchy in the UK, Anarchy in BC, and you could make some goofy lyrics to go along with as well. So it's like Mercury Blues, instead of crazy for the Mercury, it's a crazy for the RV, because everybody's hearing an RV. Hello from Scotland. Welcome, Fast Buck. Good to see you. Good to see you. The Monkeys, yeah, there's some like some of these people here, they weren't even born in the 1900s, so so love to see Mickey. Yeah, I'll be here. The cops know where I am. Good to have you. Good to have you. Here they come, walking down the street. Need some Slade. People don't know Slade. Yeah, through Quiet Riot, I guess they know. I'd love if we had bagpipes. We're still trying to secure a keyboard. We did have one that we were borrowing yesterday, but we need a proper keyboard. 1972. Oh, it's just a young lad. 1971. I'm Gen X. Yeah, a bunch of our music ensemble is just children. So. As the snow starts falling off the trees are all just loaded down with snow. It's kind of why I wasn't working on the truck yesterday. I was out there and all the snow from the weekend was starting to melt and come down. It was so mild yesterday. It was just showering over everything I was trying to do. So I said, to heck with this. It's just too sloppy. And then today is more snow, and through the rest of the week. So, and the parts that I ordered, I had to reorder them because they gave me the wrong kits. So the injectors are going to have to wait for a little bit on the old Power Smoke. But we'll get that thing up and running pretty soon. Osgood is a young laddie, 77. Or is that how old you are? Born in 77? Or... Snow is melting here in New York. Roosters. The Roosters. How about the rooster? Maybe some Nirvana. Vocals, I guess. Yeah, we got one guy that could pull off the vocals for Nirvana. I don't think I could. tree just fell over from all the weight of the snow. I don't know if you guys heard that, if the camera picked that up, or the microphone. I don't hear anybody sawing, but a tree just fell down. Or part of a tree anyway. Off yonder. Came from that direction over there. See, the trees are just loaded with snow. It's a little treacherous. I heard a snap, crackle, pop off in the distance. No, that was no truck. That was some tree getting damaged. Fortunately, this place is pretty clean. There's not a lot of dangerous trees that are leaning over, or dead trees that could be a hazard. It's a well-established site, so it's been maintained well over the years. So it's pretty safe as far as hazardous trees or dangerous trees. Well, yeah, got another quiet day here in central BC. It's a very sleepy place. We'll see what it's like in the summertime. I don't even know if I want to hang around with it during the heyday. We just go find a rock to live under. I'm not antisocial necessarily, but there's a limit to how much time I can spend around the humans. The humans wear me out. As we're closing on 1 o'clock p.m., so that'd be 2 o'clock Mountain Time. So almost an hour and a bit before DirectD goes live. So go into your drawers, dig up all your sock accounts. I'm not worried about future generations. They want trees they can plant on themselves. Future generations. You think the boomers planted any trees for me? I don't think so. You think a boomer went out of his way to plant a tree for you? Come on. Don't think it's happening. Anyways, my hands are getting cold. I should have brought some gloves or something. Johnny Hempseed. Yeah, there we go. Plant some hemp for future generations. There you go. Plant some cracks. Get some crack trees growing. So what else we got to talk about? That's about it. I just wanted to brainstorm. Yeah, I didn't fall in my cabin, so I'm not worried. The RV is safe. I want to do a bit of brainstorming. Okay, Mike, thanks for dropping by. Back to work for you. Hemp will not crush my roof. Well, no. Listen. If it's fertile enough soil, those hemp trees can grow pretty big. But yeah, keep brainstorming. Dirt World, yes, yeah, we're gonna visit Dirt World. Like I said to you, it looks very reminiscent of Slab City, which I believe is in California, which is another destination I'd like to get to. So it's kind of this lawless. Is it squatters' rights? People just are in this place, and it's kind of survival of the fittest. If you can survive, you can stay. bunch of outcasts from society just carving out their little niche in the world. And dirt world sounds fascinating. Love to do a live Tweekstream from Dirt World, which is, from what I understand, is near Bend, Oregon. Oh, there you go, Bend, Oregon. Yeah. Slab City, I've seen that one featured. Like, that was on mainstream. I forget if it was covered on 60 Minutes, but I've seen documentaries on that one. That's it. So yeah, we're still waiting for some badger sightings on the interwebs, and unfortunately, there's too many direct Dookie sightings. But whatever. Sometimes he's good for a laugh when he's making, or when he's talking about making Tweeka burritos, and then you get a Tweeka like me, actually makes it live. Live on the internets as a dire warning to all to stay away from the Tweeka burritos. Yeah, Bowster, the badger Bowster, the bad badger. Anybody seen a bad badger? Where's that bad badger at? What if we got coronavirus? Ooh, coronavirus. Maybe that's it. Maybe you got coronavirus. But yeah, as Canadian as I am, I gotta get inside and get some heat. I've been out here for over an hour just sitting in the cold. And my boots were wet when I came out here, and now I'm starting to feel a chill in my feet. So he's tied up in Dookie's shed, being hypnotized into doing things. Well, that doesn't sound very nice. That sounds awful. Badger, if you can hear us. Dookie, if you can, if there's any mercy in that skull face of yours, just let the badger go, man. Yeah, Daly's freaked out. That sounds horrible. But shout out to Mitch Levin for breaking the scoop on Diaper Mountain. Appreciate that kind of journalism. Just hit the like button again. Right on. Keep on hitting it. Hit that thing. Well, yeah, I'm starting to get the shivers here. So while I go contemplate what to eat besides a Tweeka burrito, well, it is Taco Tuesday after all, so maybe I'll just have some tacos. Who's up for some tacos on Taco Tweeka Tuesday? We'll see. Maybe we'll get back in touch with y'all real soon. I don't know what the rest of the day holds. It looks like it's going to snow for some time. If it stops, I might go try to do some work on the truck. But with the snow falling off the trees, that might not work either. Or maybe I'll see you in DirectD's chat. That sound like a plan? And maybe Wasamatao is gonna do another walk and talk Tweekstream. So stay tuned for that. Go sub to Wasamatao for reasons. And we'll catch you on the next one, yeah? Later, as Daly says. Like Daly always says, later.